Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Ultra Squad. Today we're back at it again with another What If Deku Was Betrayed. Yes. Now I checked the last video. I cut it off short, cause yeah, it was. I didn't want to make it too long, so yeah, I just cut it short. And so I really do apologize. And guys, I will be like there will be like a vote. I'll like be showing you guys like three what if, or I'll just put it up and you guys will vote which what if that you guys want. I'll put it down like what if Deku has Godspeed, what if Deku was Shazam. So yeah, I'll be putting that down and you guys will vote. So yeah, but anyway, let's just get into the video. Now, where I actually left off was actually Aries just thinks Nedry's her new mom. As yeah, that happened. As like right now, they're actually at the park. As Nedry just like it's been like about like 7 minutes, and Nedry and like Aries have just been hanging out, and Deku's just been watching as like he's just having like memories of you know his his life in the inside the future because he came from the future. So yeah, as he's just watching. As heck, it was already time to go. As Deku said, like, hey, Nedry, I know that you like playing with Eri, but it's actually time for us to go. And Nedry said like, oh, all right. Then she just says bye to Aries, and like Aries just sad, but Nedry told her that that she'll be back, as she just left, kissed Deku, and then yeah, she went. As Deku and Aries are just going home. Deku like is carrying Aries on how should I say, like on his back, as Aries just like holding on, and so yeah, on as they're just having like a little chat, they're just having fun, laughing, and so yeah, until they actually reach Midnight's place. As they walk in, as heck, Midnight is already there, sitting on the couch sipping tea. As she just looks at Deku and Aries, she says, "So where have you two been?" Just sipping her tea, and Deku said like, "Oh, like." We were at the playground as Deku just trying to get out of like Midnight wrath. As Midnight said like, oh, so why did you not tell me? Already glaring daggers at Deku. As Deku said, I would, but you were with them. And Midnight said like, oh yeah, true. She just lets that smile. Said like, I'll let you go this once. And Deku just lets out a sigh of relief. And Aries just comes off Deku's back, and she said like should I make Midnight a grandmother or what? No, I think I should name her Auntie. Yeah. Eric just goes up. They're like Auntie. Like Midnight taking her back by that. They're like, but heck, like you can't blame her. And Midnight said like, yes, Eric. And Eric just said like, I have a new mom now, and. Midnight just spits out her teeth. She's like, wait, what? She just looks at Deku, and Deku said like, oh, whoa, it's not what it looked like. Midnight said like, so what does it look like? Aries, please do explain. And she explains everything about, like Nedry, like and so yeah on. As Midnight said like, oh man, I didn't know that you had a girlfriend. As Deku said like, yeah, as he just rubs the back of his head. As Midnight said, like, I'm not mad, I'm just surprised that you didn't tell me. I could have just helped you out. As they had a few chats, Deku went to bed, the Aries just right beside him, as Deku's just like thinking to himself, saying like, I don't want to make any more mistakes that I already made inside the future, even though I did apologize to them. Deku just thinking about it, and then after that, he said like, "Okay, fine. Look like I'm gonna have to do it." As with fast forward all the way to the next day, Deku wakes up. Midnight is not like a good cook, guys. As Deku can actually smell burning, and also just Aries. Like they go downstairs, they see Midnight trying to make breakfast, but yeah, it's already been. And Midnight just says like, "Oh, you guys awake? I was just trying to make breakfast." And Deku decides, as he just said like, "Yeah, you wash over Aries, and I'll take care of breakfast." Now, about 1 hour passed. Deku already finished making breakfast. It's like delicious. You guys can take whatever Deku made for breakfast. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not like that good in like foods and so yeah on as that eating that actually just impressed seeing like how Deku could actually cook this well as Deku said like, "Oh, Midnight, I'll be off to see like someone, okay?" And Midnight just she's just too in love with this food, and she said like, go ahead." She said like, "I'll mind Aries." Deku said like, Aries, I'll be back soon. You can stay with Auntie Midnight." As Aries just nods her head, it's just to join the food, and with that, Deku just leaves the house. Now, guys, remember Deku like he dyed his hair black. He dyed his hair black. He's like he's he's more stronger than like when he was inside the field. Like he's been practicing. He still has um like he like how should I say he can actually use 70% of all like one for all. So yeah, as he's just walking, he just looks at this one building. He says like, "So Uh, I got a lot of explaining to do." As he walks up the stairs, rings the bell, as he also knocks about twice until somebody disappears. As yes, guys, it's actually Deku's mom. So yeah, as Inko just said, hello, can I help you?" As Deku said like, uh, yeah, hey, mom, it's actually me, Zuku, as like not me that like Inko just takes a closer look, and she just closes her mouth for like she just says like, "Is this Zuku?" And then just pushes her inside, and he just locks the door. As Inko says like, "Hey, you, how are you alive? You were," and Dexter like, "Mom, I know everything. I know everything that." What they said, they thought, yes, I'm still alive, and like she just starts, she starts realizing what she actually did. Like, heck, she just was actually happy for him when he actually left, but now seeing him here, like she actually regrets her actions now. As Inko just explains everything to Deku that like she wanted him gone and so on. Deku just already forgave her, as he like Deku doesn't want all this to come back and bite him again. So Deku just forgave her, and Inko just like crying, yeah, and crying as Deku just comforts her, saying that it's okay, that will always still love you. And about what the heck, puberty. As Deku's just like sitting on the chair, sipping tea, and just catching up with his mom. He's telling her what like everything that's happened to him, like not everything, but still yeah everything. As Inko's just like she's like remembering the time that they spent together, like as mother and son, like yeah. As Deku explains to Inko that she's living with Midnight, and he's actually planning on, like getting a place of himself. As yeah, Inko just like how should I say? She won the lottery just like 2 weeks ago before the UFJ. No, before like no, it was actually after the UFJ. So yeah, so she won the lottery as she was actually planning on moving as like Inko said like, "Oh, I also have something to tell you that I actually won the lottery and I actually won about 10 million yen." And Dex like, "Wait, what? 10 million yen?" As she did nod her head saying like, "Seeing that I did betray you, I actually want to make it up to you." As she just goes into her room, comes back with a box, opens it, and there it is about 3 million yen. As Dex said, "Wait, mom, no, is that okay?" She just said, like, "Take it, please." That it seems that you want to live on yourself. As heck, you can bring your girlfriend along. Make sure you bring her to me first, and heck, we can go back to where things were. And they could have smiled their hugs and mom saying thank you, as they had like a good conversation for about 2 hours. As till Deku left, now Deku's just walking back until he sees Class 1A. As Deku says, like, shit. And he just remembered Todoroki. And he said, like, might as well talk to him. As, like, Todoroki went his separate way. As he's all on his own. And Deku just taps Todoroki on his shoulder. And Todoroki turns around and says, who are you? Can I help you? As Deku said, like, oh, hey, Todoroki, it's me, Izuku. As like, he just takes, like, a step back, saying, no, you're not him. It, like, that can't be. As Deku said, like, calm down, calm down. Heck, I just came here to say I forgive you. As Todoroki's taking him back, say, like, what? You forgive me? And he just like, how do I know you're not really him, Izuku? Deku says like, oh well, could Izuku do this? And he just channels one for all through his whole body and just punches in mid-air, just like a wind pressure, just shocks Todoroki to like, oh, okay, you are him. I don't know what to say. And Deku said like, you don't need to say anything. I actually forgive you. As Todoroki said like, no. I should have even be forgiven. I just left you to die. Like each and every one of us left you to die. We didn't care about you. You shouldn't forgive me. As Deku just goes and he just puts his hand inside like a fist pump, and he just like punches, like not actually full on punches him. He just places his fist on his chest. Surprise, Todoroki. Sorry about this, guys. My humble apologies, guys. Like the phone went off. I even forgot it was even in this room. So yeah, as where we left off was actually, like, I think it was Todoroki just saying like, yo, I'm actually a terrible person. Like I'm more terrible than my father. Deku just, Deku said like, you're not a terrible person. Trust me by that. And I don't know why you did that, and I don't really care. The past is the past. As I actually forgave you, I don't want to cause trouble and holding a grudge. So yeah, like Todoroki just goes up and hugs Deku, saying that I'm actually sorry, that I try to be a better person. Deku just says like, I don't really care. Deku just pushes him away, saying like not in a like anger, but just a playful way. As Todoroki just smiles, say like, well, I'll see you later, man. As Todoroki says, wait, like, so where will you go? Deku said, like, oh, don't worry about it. Let's just keep this between ourselves. That I'm actually living with Midnight, for a while now. As I might even well get my own place. As Todoroki does not, and then after that they just leave, and Deku already made it home. As like Midnight and Ares is there. Well, not Midnight. It's just Ares there. As Ares just runs over to Deku, as like Deku said, like, "Oh, hey Ares, how was your day?" And Ares said, like, "It was actually great." As they just have that little chat. They play together. As Deku, like, he already grabbed snacks on his way here, cause Ares, she kind of has like a sweet tooth. As they watch a movie together. As Aries just watching. She just falls asleep. As about 7 minutes later, Midnight comes in, and she sees Deku and Aries just sitting on the couch watching a movie. And Midnight said like, "Oh, Izuku, you're here." And Deku said like, "Oh yeah, I just came back, and guess what? I actually came here. I actually came. Well, I actually went and visited my mom." As Midnight said, "Wait, you did? How like how did she react? Like she just stood by it, cause heck, Deku she didn't know that Deku wanted like to see his mom. As Deku said, oh yeah, we would have a conversation, as like we're just having time together laughing and so on, not measuring the fact that his mother was happy that he was dead. He doesn't want to bring that up, and yeah, brings drama. So heck, he just leaves that out. As Midnight goes over, sits next to Deku, rubs his hair. Like she sees Deku as a little brother. Remember, as a little brother. As she smiles, and Deku's like, "Oh yeah, Midnight. Is it okay if I can get my own place to stay?" As Midnight said, like, "Wait, so you want to get your own place to stay?" As Deku said, "Yeah." As I like Deku just explains to Midnight about like his mom winning like the lotto, as she gave Deku about like 3 million yen as to get himself like a place to stay since he's already mature enough. As Midnight is just thinking about this. As she said like, sure, why not? Heck, this is actually gonna be great. As we fast forward all the way to the next day. I'm not gonna go to like the small details. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. If you guys are thinking about that, yeah, nothing happened. As the next day rolls in, Deku's just like he's just around UA. Remember, he's just like trying to fix everything. He doesn't want to go through that past life that he just had. So yeah, he's trying to change things up. As did you like it? Like this is like remember, guys. This is actually the time at the sports festival. So yeah, it's actually time at the festival. As they like this time is actually them training, so they're not in school. As Deku's already at UA, he already walks through the building. As he's actually planning to find Razorhead. As he actually found him, like he's actually in his office, just doing his work sleeping. Deku just knocks the door, like on the door. As the Razorhead said, like, come in. As Deku rolls in, and said, oh, hey, Razorhead. And Razor says, Mr. Zawa said, like, do I know you? Deku said, like, kinda, I think you do. And Razorhead says, like, no, I haven't seen you before. Who are you? And plus, I haven't seen you around UA. As X said, like, just close the door, locks it, as the Razorhead just, like, it's already ready, like, it's already ready for what's to come next. And Deku just takes out, like, just pulls out a seat, and Dex is like, okay, Razorhead, I don't want you to scream, but it's actually me, Izuku. As Razorhead eyes just widen, and like, and he just like kept like a serious face. He said like, so I assume right here you actually come here to try to kill me, vengeance or whatever. As like Deku just said like, no, I actually came here to forgive you. And Razorhead eyes just widen again. And he said like, wait, what? And Deku said like, I came here to forgive you. I don't care what you did to me, just that I don't want any conflict between us. And the Razorhead said like, wait, so like I actually don't get it. As Deku said, like I actually came here to apologize so that we can be on good terms. Did you not hear me? And Redhead said, like, no, I mean, like, why would you feel like forgive me? Cause like I betrayed you. I'm your teacher. We left you for dead. And Deku said, like, yeah, I know, but heck, what's being angry about it gonna do? It's only gonna bring more chaos and so you're on. And plus, I just got over it. The past is in the past. Let's move on. Deku said as Razorhead is still shocked about this being Deku. As he's waiting for somebody just to say like I gotcha. So yeah, as about like 2 hours pass of Deku just talking to her like a Razorhead, as Razorhead just already just like he already knows this is Deku now. As he tried to apologize, Deku said like it's okay. Like he just said I forgive you. So yeah. Now Razorhead said like so what you gonna do now? Deku said like I think I might talk to I think I might talk to Nezu. As Razorhead said, oh yeah. Hmm. He's actually in his office. As if you want to see him or you want me to come with you, as Dexter like, yeah, sure thing. As they're walking, Eraserhead said like, so I know something's actually off. So what is it? Dexter said like, what do you mean? As he said like, as Eraserhead said like, well, I know that you hold anger in you. He just said like, I know you had anger in you, but now it's gone. What happened? As Deku said, like, I actually did had anger the first time that you guys left me, but I grew over to time and I actually forgave you. So heck, let's not like Deku said, like let's not do like dwell over it. Okay, I forgave. Dang, like Jesus Christ, I'm doing a terrible job today. As Deku said, like I forgive you. They already made it to Principal Nezu's office as Nezu just doing his paperwork. As he hears a knock on the door as Nezu just says like, come in. Razorhead walks in, like Nezu sees a Razorhead walking in and also a kid who looks exactly like somebody he knows. And Nezu said like, oh, Razorhead. Oh, how may I help you? And who's this? As you know, like Deku and Redhead just takes a seat, or Redhead just stands and Deku just takes a seat, and Redhead just locks the door as he just walks over to Nezu. As Nezu explains, well, not Nezu, Redhead explains the whole thing about like this is Deku. He's here, yeah, he just up and just forgave me and so on. So I just took him to you. Like they have a conversation for like about like 3 hours straight. I'm not even kidding. They have a conversation for about 3 hours straight, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. As Nezu just like tries to forgive Deku like a redhead did, but Deku already forgave him as saying that, hey Nezu, I already forgave you. If you want to make yourself really, really, really sorry, how about like you put me back in class 1A? Just trying to, just like Deku's already been through suffering enough. He doesn't want to hide. He wants to fix things. As Razorhead nods his head. No, not Razorhead. Like Zawa just nods his head. As it's like, okay, you can come back to UA, and I'm truly, truly sorry for what we did. Like I said, like, would you please stop apologizing? Come on, I already forgave you. And Nezu said, like, for what we did was actually not your life. And Deku said, like, heck, everybody makes mistakes. Even I make mistakes. And seeing that you guys did make a big mistake, and I didn't report you I'm stuttering so much, to anyone else, you're in the clear. As, Nezu just sighs, as he said, like, alright. As, with that, Deku just leaves, as, he already makes it back home, and just plays for the rest of the day with Aries. Now, I'm gonna do a time skip. Yeah, I'm gonna do a time skip. I know I'm doing time skip a lot, but still, yeah. I'm gonna do a time skip. Now, time skip all the way, all the way to the sports festival. Now, Deku's at the sports festival. He's in disguise. He's still in, he's there. As Deku walks up to, the class 1A. He's hiding his face. He's not showing it. He's not showing it. People think, oh, this is probably, a new person or whatever. But, some of the girls just start, they're actually all curious on who this person is. Because, he's actually hot with his black hair, damn. As the race has said, okay, class, I hope you're ready. As, he just leaves them out to where, the sports festival is. Everybody, everybody starts cheering. Even, by the way, Nedry is also there. He didn't explain the whole thing about, class 1A betraying him and so on. She doesn't want her to hold a grudge or anything else. So, yeah, he just drops it. He drops it all. He wants to live his normal life as a human. No, not as a human, as a hero. Damn. So, yeah. As, Midnight is also there. Deku also formed there. Like Midnight was actually truly happy for Deku. So yeah. Also, yeah, Deku already brought like Aries to like his mom, as like she just starts going crazy over Aries, like seeing like how cute she is, and like Aries starts calling Inko like Deku's mom like grandma or whatever. So yeah, as she's also there with Aries. They're actually at her house watching like the the sports festival. Aries just cheering on Deku. They're actually at home. They don't want to leave. So as well, like the class 1A goes up to like Deku and they ask like, "Who are you?" Already know like Todoroki already know who he is, but heck, he just keeps quiet about it. As Midnight just calls in up the match. The first match is gonna be like the race. She spins the wheel again. As next is actually like I think it was like I don't know, like it was like the dog tag or whatever. I don't know the headband. Then next is actually like the 1v1. So yeah, as they go into the cave, as Deku's already ready. As President Mike just says like go, and with that Todoroki just freezes the ground. As Todoroki just starts speeding up all like off. And Deku says like, huh, so predictable, and he just activates like one for all for cowling. He activates like about 20%. Also, All Might's there. Nobody like informed All Might. Deku told Nezu not to say anything to All Might, but yeah, as he goes off, like Deku just goes and breaks through the ice. He starts running full speed ahead. As heck, he already passed like the cave. He already made it out to the cave, and he's just running, and everybody starts cheering on. Also, Nidri's right there. She's cheering on her boyfriend. So yeah, the big tree's also there. Deku's just running like at full speed, and he catches up to Todoroki. Deku said like, "Yo, what's up, Todoroki?" And Todoroki said like, "Huh, well, there's no surprise in there. You always come back like a boomerang." Deku said like, "Hey, thanks. Hey, I have a question for you. Are you gonna use your fire side?" And Todoroki said like, "Never." Deku said like, "Heck, do me a favor. Can you do me a favor since since you guys kind of did betray me, pull out that card." And Todoroki said like, "Yeah, sure. What's this favor?" And Deku said like, "I want you to use your fire side." Todoroki said like, "Okay, no." And Deku said like, "Come on, please. You do owe me. Trust me." As Todoroki just think for a while, he said like, "Fine." As Dex like, "Hey, that's the spirit." And with that, like the ice already breaks free, and everybody starts running as he charged for Todoroki and this mysterious person that they don't even know. As Bakugo says like, "Damn, ice is hot." As he starts using his explosion he starts flying with it. As everybody's just speeding off, trying to catch up with them. Now, Deku and Todoroki already made it to their robots, and Deku already said like, "Heck, this is gonna be fun." He already activates one for all, like full count and 50%, and Deku just speeds up like with amazing speed, like I said. As remember, he also has reform, so Deku just goes and punches like the zero pointer, just completely sending the zero pointer flying. Like I'm not even messing. He sent the zero pointer flying all the way to like heck one random place in the like how should I say on the racing track, wherever. As everybody eyes is wondering like, damn, he actually punched that zero pointer like it was nothing. As Deku just going punching like tons of zero pointer robots as like awful like All Might is just like saying like, who is this kid? Huh? And the President Mike saying like, "Hoo-wee! This person's actually strong. Who is he?" He just turns to raise his head, saying like, "Oh yeah, that's one of my new students. Yeah, I actually don't know his name, but heck, he's in my class." As President Mike said like, "Wow, what a late start. What's his quirk anyways?" And Razorhead just falls asleep. As heck, everybody just was dropped. As Todoroki already made it out of the, first track, as he's trying to catch up with Deku. Deku goes back to 20% of One for All, because he doesn't want to exhaust his body just yet, because heck, there's still more challenges up ahead. As, like, Class 1A, Class 1B, and so yeah, on, made it to, like, the zero pointers. They see, like, most of them are actually destroyed, like, damn. Like, who actually did this, and like this? As they make it like pass. As now it's actually time for the third course. As Deku sees this and he goes and speeds right up. Deku runs and he jumps like super high, past like already getting over the like this ravine wherever. As Todoroki just uses his ice as he just glides across. Now Bakugo already caught up. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry, boys. Sorry, guys, about that. I have to deal with a lot of stuff, and guys, if you hear me stuttering a lot in this whole video, I'm really sorry. I'm just that I'm actually tired. I actually just came back for a run, so I'm not. Yeah, I'm not fully like yeah, like right now. I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just trying to keep the story good, and so yeah, so last part where we left off was I think yeah, Deku already jumped over that ravine. Already made it to the other side as, Toroki. They're using his eyes to glass across. As Bakugo is already caught up. As he's already at the ravine as like President Mike says like remember if you fall, you're out. As yeah, this actually put tension in everybody. As Bakugo or like he just flies across, just makes a huge explosion, just flies across like the whole thing. Already catching up with Todoroki has Bakugo already said like who is this person? Already comes here thinks he's the big shot? I'm gonna pound him to the ground. As the rest of the class 1A, 1B, and so on already made it as they are trying to get across. Some even did fall and so on. And they could just run in as he said like ha 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 home free as he steps on one mine and then after that it just explodes. Deku already uses his um actually like already activate like One for All like 50% again just to get himself ready for what this is because that was a huge explosion as President Mike said like look like we have landmines as Dex said like landmines huh he just puts his hand on the ground he said like reform as the whole ground turns into water as landmines is just sinking in water as Dex said like easy as that. And he just goes and boof, like jumps all the way over this like water. Deku can see all the landmines inside of it. And everybody said, like even like the audience just said, like, wait, what? What did he do? As like like how should I say not President Mike? Razorhead just like woke up after seeing this. He's like, what? How? And Nessie was also shocked too. As Deku just like ha 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 so easy. As he just run all the way to the finish line. He already made it to the finish line. And everybody starts cheering on for him. Now, Todoroki sees this pool of water. He said like, yo, don't get me. Oh, thank you, Deku, inside his head. As he doesn't know how he did it, but still, as he already using his eyes just to go all the way across. Now, like, let me tell you guys, this is actually like a big, deep pool of water that Deku actually reformed the ground to, as Todoroki just using his eyes just to like get across. Bakugo just using his explosion. He's having a hard time. He falls inside the water. Some of it did explode. As heck, like about 30 minutes later, Todoroki comes second, then third, Bakugo. Now the rest of the class 1A, 1B, like they see this as something did fall inside the water, as heck, they all got blown up. Some of them did, but still yet on. Now I'm gonna get on to the third part of the, festival, the sports festival. No, it was the second part, sorry. As midnight. This is like games like first place actually get 10 million. Second place like about 5,000, and third place about like 500 or whatever. As everybody just looks at Deku with he said like, huh, that's strange. Since like heck, they don't know him. He's just new. Nobody teams up with Deku, and Deku goes up to Midnight and like, oh yeah, can I be by myself? And this actually Midnight just like, wait, what? Deku said like, yeah, nobody wants to team up with me, so is it possible if I can be by myself? Midnight just said like, yeah, sure, but it will be hard. Deku said like, oh no, it won't be, trust me. As he just glares at everybody like, yeah, you're going down. As like everybody gets to their teams, as they're all looking at Deku, and Deku just has like a smug look on him. All might say like, who is this person? He just talks to Nezu. He said like, oh yeah, that's one of our new transfer students right there. I actually don't know his name. I actually didn't get to know his name, sadly, but I asked him after this, and all might say like, huh. He has the same powers as me, I can tell by that. But how? Hmm. Nah, I'm overthinking it. He's actually a great candidate for one fall. It's a shame that it's actually gone. As the bell rings and everybody's charged at Deku. Deku just has a smug look on him as he just puts his hands on the ground. And he said like reform as the whole ground turns to water. The whole ground turns to water and Deku's just only one on dry land. As Deku just uses his reform again to make himself like a giant mountain. Like not like a giant mountain, but heck, a giant mountain, like just a mountain for him to stand on. If everybody's in water, they already they were not expecting this. They ask like they're all talking to themselves and they're saying like, what's his quirk? How wait, where did all this water come from? Instead of just like sit on top of this mountain, just like enjoying the view, and he just looking at Midnight. He just waves as like she says she just waves back as heck. Like everybody can do nothing. Like they can do nothing. They can't get onto this mountain because how should I say? They just can't. It's actually really hard for them, and there's not enough room. As so they decided like to get the remaining headbands that are in water. Now about 10 minutes pass, as like the timer runs out. Prism like said like time's out. The winner is mysterious person. Like he doesn't know this name. Has he like Dex just like reforms the ground again, like already to dry land. As he just puts his hands on the water, he says like reform. As it just turns back to normal, everybody pops back up. As they're saying like, what's this quirk? Damn, that's actually cool. As like Midnight said, like, yeah, we'll be taking like a break. So if you want, go and do whatever you want, have your lunch. As everybody goes, they get their lunch. Deku's just like eating by himself. Deku's eating by himself. As Todoroki's just like he sees this and he goes and sits next to Deku. As they like he's just eating. The Deku just sees Todoroki. He's like, oh, hey Todoroki. Todoroki says like, hey, what should I call you? Are you gonna reveal yourself? Or Deku says like, yeah, maybe later on. As he's just eating, they're having a chat. As the class 1A is just like thinking like, yo, who is this person? We never seen him before. And damn, he's actually cute. What's his quirk? Damn. As Mina just said like, soaks it up, say, heck, I'm gonna go over there. And he goes over there and say like, oh hey, I heard that you're gonna be in our class. Late, it's actually a little bit too late, don't you think? They could say like, just have a smile on his face. He already forgave them. He doesn't want the same thing to happen to him twice. And Deku said like, I know, right? Yeah, as Mina just goes and sits down. She asks like, so what's your name? Deku just like, crap, I didn't think about that. And Deku just thinks of a name like quick. As he just thinks of a name, Robert, John, Casey. Bob, and Dex said, oh, yeah, perfect name. And Dex said, oh, my name is Percy. And yes, guys, Percy, yeah, Percy Jackson, because, like, why not? And Mina said, well, Percy, I'm actually Mina. Nice to meet you. As Deku just shakes her hand, saying, like, nice to meet you, Mina. As, like, their break was already over. Like, they go over to the neck, like, to the third part of their sports festival. They explained that they will be having like the people who actually won, who actually got the most points. Yeah, will be fighting. So yeah, see that it was actually kind of like a messy fight. So they don't know who is gonna like. They already know Deku actually came first. So yeah, they don't know who came second or third or whatever. So I'm gonna say like the teams, like the people who are actually in. How should I say? Inside the third part of the sports festival, they will stay the same. As the first matchup is actually Deku versus. I keep on forgetting his name. I actually don't know his name. I think it was actually Shinso. I think it was Shinso, whatever. I don't know. As he goes up, as nobody tells him, like, Deku's not aware of his how should I say, like nobody actually tells him that yo he has a brainwashing quirk, so yeah, be careful. Nobody tells him about that. And Deku gets up, he sees Shinso, and he just looks at him as Shinso has a boring look, and Deku like, something off about him. Man, I'm just gonna end this quickly. Has Midnight just shouts out, go! Deku just puts his hands on the ground, he says like reform, and the whole ground turns to ice. Just freezing Shinso right there. He just like it didn't even last like about 5 seconds. Deku walks over there, pushed Shinso off the arena, as people just said like what? As Midnight said like Percy, winner of the match. As like he just Dexter like reformed. He just reformed it back to normal. Shinzo said, "What?" Dexter like, "Heck, that was actually a fun match." And he walks away. Shinzo just like, hmm. He's just angry about it now. Like angry about himself. Like, yo, that was even a fight. And he goes back. Everybody said like, yo, what was that? What's even your quirk? Deku said like, oh yeah, my quirk is actually reform. If you guys heard, Deku is his name. Like his fake name is actually Percy. Remember that. And Deku said like, oh, my quirk is actually reform. I can reform anything to anything. He said, really? Whoa, that's actually cool. You could do a whole lot with that. Deku said, I try not to use it a lot. I don't want to get it into my head. As like the match plays out, Dark Shadow versus no wait, it was actually Bakugo versus Oraka. Bakugo destroys Oraka. Next box is actually Dark Shadow versus Momo. Like Dark Shadow wins. Momo just is sad about herself. She goes off somewhere. Deku tries to find her as she's actually crying. Deku said like, "Hey, you're Momo Yagorozo, right?" As Momo looks up and said, you're Percy, am I not mistaken? Dex says, like, yeah. Heck, that was actually a pretty cool fight out there that you actually put. I'm actually impressed. As Momo said, like, I'm actually lost. All my training has been for nothing. And Dex said, like, said, like, your training has not been for nothing. You can tell that even though I haven't met you, this is the first time I'm meeting you, like, live, guys. As he said, like, but I can tell that you're strong. Just keep on improving, and then you actually might become the number one hero. And yeah, Mama just like has a smile on her face, and she says like, "Oh, thanks. You're actually a pretty cool person, even though I haven't met you." And Dex just starts laughing. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. That's like the match right now is actually like Kirishima versus that Vine girl from Class 1B. I actually don't know her name. She wins. The other match is actually Kendo versus who was it? I don't know who she was fighting, but yeah, Kendo wins. As the match plays off to be Deku versus Todoroki. Now, guys, I'm gonna leave at that. If you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.